Shalom. Welcome back. Today we will continue our weekly work through Exodus chapter 29, starting with verse 28. This is our Listen and Learn series, also combined with visual cues for our directed Hebrew immersion. Adonai Adonenu ma'adir shemcha, tavo machutecha ba'aretz Adonai, ken yiratzon yihyeh kol zaman. תעזרנה אותי לדבר רק כי אתה רוצה לכל תלמידיי. All right. So let's just scan it. This is a pretty long verse, verse 28. So what I've done is I've separated it into two sections. So here you can see we are on 28a, I'm calling it. And then we'll have the next slide is 28b. All right. So let's go. 28. והיה לאהרון ulvanaiv לחוק olam. Mei'eit bnei Yisrael ki uterumah hu. And let's stop there. It's big enough. We don't need to concern ourselves just academically reading the rest. So the verb haya, hey, yod, hey, for the auditory learners, means it was or he was. All right? But we have a vav conversive. If you're watching, that's the glowing neon vav there, which I use to mark when the vav, it's not always a vav conversive when it's in front of a verb, but we can tell by syntax when it is and some other factors. So when it is, I have it glowing there. So that's going to change the aspect of the verb. So haya, instead of being it was or he was, vehaya will mean and he will be or and it will be, le Aharon. Sorry, I had to deal with something. So le to Aharon. So vehaya le Aharon, literally, and it will be to Aaron. That means it will belong to him. It will belong to him. U and ulvanaiv, and to the banim, banim meaning sons, and we drop the mem. Bnei is sons of Iv. That is our pronoun, and I have it. This time I decided to make the pronominal suffixes. That is when there's a pronoun tacked on the end of a word. I decided to make them glowing yellow, so instead of just yellow, so it kind of calls attention to it a little bit more for the weak-eyed among us. I'm not talking down to anybody. All right. So, and to the sons of him. And you'll notice the conjunction vav here, it became u because we have our famous bump shwa rule. The bump shwa says if the first letter is a bait, that's the b in the mnemonic, or a m, that's a mem, or a p, that would be a pay or a fe, or if it has a shwa under it, that's what the little colon looking thing is called underneath the lamed there. Then the vav, instead of just being pointed vav with a schwa under it, it becomes u. In this case, because you cannot start a word with two schwas in a row. By the way, if you're new to the channel, don't worry, you don't have to start back at the beginning. You can, but you don't have to. It's all right that you don't understand everything I'm saying, okay? The proper way to use these videos is to go at a speed that you're able to follow. You can adjust the speed by clicking the gearbox on the upper right and then clicking playback speed over there. Or you can, and you just try to learn a couple of things every session, all right? I repeat enough that it should become really, really solid and understandable. Right now, we're going for two things, vocabulary and understanding the patterns in the language, all right? Which usually is abstracted even more and called grammar, right? But I'm not requiring you to remember grammatical terms and these sorts of things, but I am introducing them for those who like to know that kind of stuff, all right? So, v'haya le'Aharon ulvanaiv, and it shall be to Aaron and to the sons of Iv, of him, lechok olam, lechok olam. So here we have a construct chain. If you look at the legend, You don't have to if you're listening. See, we denote a word that's in the construct state. I try to have it with this kind of a blue like highlighter around it. And then for the construct chain, I don't always mark them, but when I do, I use an aqua box. So that includes even the last word in the chain, which technically is in the absolute state. So you can have a bunch of words chained together. They're all construct, 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 and the very last one is absolute, but it's part of the chain. The chain, all right? So chok, this is chok because it's a closed syllable, unaccented comets. In ancient times, it would have been chokalam, chokalam, right? You would have read it like it was one word, even though we don't do that today. So chok is a commandment or like an instruction, a statute. U'alam, ayin vav lamed mem, forever. So lamed, it is lamed for a chok u'alam, a statute of eternity. Right? Mei'eit, and if you're a visual learner, I hope you can see these are two different colors. The mem is orange, and the 8 is red. So red shows definiteness, and orange shows it's a preposition. So may, it's actually the word min. It became may because it couldn't contract with the aleph properly. So the noon lengthened the I to a. May from 8 with b'nei Yisrael. B'nei, that's a construct form of banim. So sons of, or children of Yisrael. Ki, for, F-O-R, terumah, a tribute. That's tav, resh, shurik, mem, hey. A tribute is who, hey, shurik, aleph, is it. A tribute is it. Okay? I'll read through one more time. I don't want to take too long. Looks like verse 28 is going to occupy the first lesson today. By the way, if you're in the premiere, this is the first lesson. Look at the end of the video. When it's done, it's going to give you the link to the next lesson. Or if you're watching it later, it'll also link it for you that way, all right? We're making these more bite-sized now. V'haya le'Aharon ulvanaiv. So it shall be for Aaron and for his sons lechok u'alam, for an eternal statute. Mei'eit, from with b'nei Yisrael. So the last word's a name, so we can say the b'nei, the banim, the children of Israel. Ki terumah, who? Because, or for, a tribute is it. Remember, you got to think always like Yoda, backwards. Think about it backwards. A tribute is it? Yes. Terumahu. Oops. Fine. Maybe Hashem wants us to go to the next one. All right, let's go to part B. Part B, I'll scan it. Okay. Maybe we'll sing it. Can't it? Uterumah yihyeh mei'eit b'nei Yisrael mizivchei. Pardon me. Mizivchei shalmeihem. There's a child crying in the background that distracted me. Shalmeihem terumatam lahadonai. Sorry about that. It's making it hard for me to focus. Terumah, and a terumah, a tribute, yihyeh. So the blue tells us which person is operating on the verb. When it's a yod at the beginning, it means he, if there's nothing at the end, okay? He will be, or it will be, mei'eit, from with, b'nei Yisrael, the b'nei, the banim, the children of Yisrael. Me, from mizivchei. So I should have colorized orange there. Sorry, I missed that. Let's get that real quickly. There we go. So the word is min, from, and the noon has assimilated into the zayin. That's why it's mizivchei. Mizivchei. So min, from and then we have a construct chain, mizivchei, shalmeihem. Okay, so mizivchei, this is from zevachim. A zevach is a sacrifice. Zevachim are sacrifices. Drop the mem to put in the construct chain. Mizivchei means sacrifices of, also I added the of here. So from sacrifices of shalmeihem. So shalmeihem, without the hem, it's shalamim, singular shelim. Shelim. A shelim, sheen lamed mem, it's oftentimes translated a peace offering, but really a better translation is a goodwill offering. This is a sacrifice that someone could make at any time, just they're pleased with things, right? They could just bring the shalom offering, and the offerer could eat it. He could bring family members or friends along. They could eat it. The priest would eat it. A Levite could eat it. So you could all help. It's just a goodwill offering between the Lord and the community, right? So shalmeihem, that's shalamim. We drop the mem. Shalmei, goodwill offerings of hem, of them. There's our pronominal suffix hem. Now, because this is definite, we can say the at the front part of the construct chain. So mizivchei shalmeihem is miz, that's from, the zivchei, sacrifices of their goodwill offerings. Shalmeihem, their goodwill offerings. Terumat am. Sorry, there's a cat crawling on my shoulder. Tribute of them. So terumah is a tribute, as we see in the first word, or if you listened, uterumah, part 28b started. So terumah, tribute, and then indicates a construct state for feminines of of them, for the pronominal suffix. So terumatam is their tribute. Ladonai, to Hashem, or for Hashem. All right, let's read through one more time. Boy, I really hope the audio is okay in that part. The cat, I noticed, kind of pushed the microphone sideways, so my apologies if it was muffled for a bit. I moved it to the other side of my shirt. All right, so let's continue. V'haya le'Aharon, and it shall be to Aaron, ulvanaiv, and to his sons, lechok olam, for a chok, a statute of olam, of eternity. 'Mei'eit, from with, bnei Yisrael. So that's the banim, the children of Yisrael. Ki terumah, for a tribute it is. Uterumah, yihyeh, and a tribute it shall be, 'mei'eit, from with, bnei Yisrael, the banim, the children of Yisrael, of Israel. Mizivchei shalmeihem, from the zevachim, sacrifices of shalmeihem, that's their shalamim, their goodwill offerings. Terumat am, ladonai, their tribute, or it is, I would probably say it is the tribute of them, ladonai, for Adonai. Okay, I'm going to read through one more time. This time, I will not translate. Just do your best. If you're a visual learner and you understood everything really well, then now it's probably to stick with the Hebrew. I mean, to try to close your eyes and just listen. The cat is distracting me. He's super sweet, though. I don't want to kick him off. V'haya le'Aharon ulvanaiv, lechok olam, 'mei'eit bnei Yisrael. Ki terumahu, uterumah, yihyeh 'mei'eit bnei Yisrael. Mizivchei shalmeihem, terumatam ladonai. One more time. This time I'm not going to mess with the laser pointer that slowed me down last time. It wasn't always showing up. והיה לאהרון ולבניו לחוק עולם מאת בני ישראל, כי תרומה הוא. uterumah yihyeh meit bnei Yisrael, mizivchei shalmeihem terumatam ladonai. Okay, if you're in the live premiere, stick with us. Check out the link. It should be in the chat, or you'll see it at the end of the video for the next premiere coming up with the next verse. Shalom, shalom.